Call Stuart Nash, 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. What I would like to talk about, Mr Speaker, is equality of opportunity and the Kiwi dream in the 21st century. Nikki Kay stood up and she talked about an aspirational government and what they were doing, but the facts speak for themselves. Mr Speaker, at the moment in New Zealand, there are over 300,000 Kiwi children living in poverty. Our jail numbers are at a record high. There are over 150,000 New Zealanders who are unemployed. The world that Nikki Kay speaks about is the world of people who have succeeded, they've had opportunities, and I celebrate them. And I say, well done, good on you, you've worked hard, you've got to where you are by getting out there and really making it happen. But I have grave concerns, Mr Speaker, for those without hope, or without opportunity, or without aspiration. Mr Speaker, equality of opportunity is my reason for getting into politics and my underlying philosophy. Equality of opportunity means it doesn't matter what your postcode is, what your parents' income is, where you live, or what your last name is. It's about allowing Kiwis to reach their full potential. And Mr Speaker, it starts with education. Education allows people to reach their potential, to be as good as they possibly can be. Now, we're not talking about everyone becoming Oxford Dons, but what we are talking about is people achieving and becoming part of society. A generation ago, if you weren't so academically inclined, there were jobs in the freezing works, in the wool stores, at the Forest Service, at the ports, in the Ministry of Works, in the Post Office. There were jobs for everyone. In fact, they used to joke in the 1950s that the Minister of Labour knew the name of every single unemployed person because there were only about 11. That's changed. These days, if you want to even be a grunt in the army, you need NCA level 2. Education, Mr Speaker, is where it starts, and education is a way forward. It is the way that Kiwis can reach out and make that Kiwi dream a reality. It has never been so important in providing young Kiwis with the right to a life that we have had, that our forebears have had, but at the moment is just out of reach of a generation coming through because they haven't got that ability. Education is so important, Mr Speaker, that it cannot be underestimated. And it is why a Labour Party, a Labour government, Andrew Little, has really trumpeted education as a way forward, as a transformational policy to allow Kiwis to achieve to their potential. Mr Speaker, we are going to enter into a referendum on the New Zealand flag, and Sir Roger Douglas in this House, we disagree on fundamental philosophy, but he said that he had never ever seen a Prime Minister come into power with so much political capital as John Key and completely waste it. And I simply cannot understand for the life of me why Mr Key is burning so much political capital on something like the New Zealand flag, when there are so many things that he could go incredibly hard on that would change the lives of good, hard-working Kiwis, that would transform this country from one where we have begun to almost accept that child poverty is just the way it is. And when you think, Mr Speaker, that this was a country founded on such egalitarian principles, that people moved from London, from the UK, from around the world to come here to have a fresh start, to start again in a society that valued everyone. Mr Speaker, the thing is, the Labour Party, a Labour government, has always been the government of transformation, of social evolution, if it's not social revolution. And it will be again. There is a different way, Mr Speaker. I know this, New Zealanders know this. There is an alternative, and we cannot keep going the way we are, because if you're doing really well, life's good. But for more and more and more Kiwis, life is a struggle and life is a challenge. As mentioned, I celebrate those who have done well. Good on you. But for those for whom life is a challenge, we also need to work hard for them. Thank you.